Let's go.
Checking the pack and play.
First ride together. I can't get it in fast.
Some concrete tips and tricks.
I'm cool.
What we took with us in the park with a sub 1-year-old. It's the night before Disney, and all through the house, anxiety was ridden, but only in me.
It's the saddest rendition of that song I've ever heard.
Honestly, at this point in time, it is almost 10 o'clock the night before. I'm a lot less anxious than I have been because a lot of the checklist is getting checked off like currently. But before there was just so many check items that like we needed to get done before we leave. But it's all like actively getting done and the checklist is like super checked off right now basically.
Super checked.
Including downloading 3 hours worth of Ms. Rachel. How are you feeling, Bo?
Good. It's 4 hours, by the way.
4 hours of 4 hours of Ms. Rachel. Got it. I apologize. There's a lot to think about, but I think at the end of the day, the necessities at least are definitely there, and anything else we can just remedy if it comes up. What are you most excited about, darling?
Oh man, it's a loaded question.
I'm excited. I think I'm excited for like everyone to see Annie.
Yeah, our family to see Annie.
Yeah, because it's been almost a year for most of them.
No, I think almost all of them.
Right, like Christmas was the last time.
Yeah, Christmas was the last time that her aunts and uncles saw her.
I'm really excited for that because she's a totally different baby.
She's so different. She was a lumpy potato the last time that they saw her.
With lungs.
And now she can stick out her tongue when you stick out your tongue at her.
Yeah. I think she's really gonna love her auntie and uncles.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh my gosh, she's gonna... Well, they'll look like you.
That's true. I'm really excited to go on a ride with her. Like the Peter Pan ride.
Yeah.
Or like It's a Small World. Or like, yeah, I want to go on a ride with her. I don't know if I want to go into like all of how we packed or anything. Just like the overview. We have one backpack that is entertainment. So literally like headphones, iPad, like her toys, her books, everything like that. And then the other backpack, which is Jack's, is more of the like utilities. It's got the snacks, it's got her water bottle, it's got her diaper changing pad, like think that stuff, like change of clothes, that type of thing. We have one small bag, which we're calling the Annie bag, so that's all of her stuff, and that's gonna get checked. All of her stuff that's not in those 2 backpacks that I talked about, obviously. And then we have a big rolly bag right there that has Jack and I's clothes and miscellaneous items like our toiletries and stuff. And then already in the car is the travel stroller, the hip carrier, my tush baby. Could not imagine going anywhere without that, and her pack and play. So that's the sitch basically. That's the overview, I should say. We are checking the rolly bag, the mini Annie bag over there, and the pack and play. And through the airport we are having with us the travel stroller, the hip carrier, our 2 backpacks on our backs, and the boppy. The travel stroller will carry the boppy and the hip carrier, / one of us will probably be carrying Annie with the hip carrier because she doesn't like the stroller very much, but we're gonna try to bring it anyway. But that's kind of the situation with how we're gonna try to do it, and we'll learn along the way. Sweetheart. Oh, good morning. What's Dada doing? He's so silly. Hi, Dada. Hey, Annie.
Instead of playing nursery today.
Do you want to go to Disney World?
Yeah.
Let's go to Disney World.
Let's go.
Come on, girlfriend. Disney World. Yeah.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard.
Can you guys see us? Okay, good. Which one? The La 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 book. A cow says, It is our first full day. We're already switching rooms, not for like any bad reason at all, but mom had books like conjoining, like joining up rooms, but they don't like secure it until you're physically like at the resort, and they didn't have any when we got here yesterday. So we have rooms that are like right next to each other, but the joining rooms would come in so clutch. Like last night, my brothers and Avery, my sister-in-law, went down to the hot tub, and in those situations we could put Annie down and give Nana and Papa the monitor. We have a door to the room, and even though they have a room like right next door, we could give them a key to this one, but since they didn't have a door like right in between the rooms, it just did not feel, for me, as safe. So we literally put Annie down at like 8 something, and we put her down, and Jack and I were in the room until like yesterday was wild. But she did amazing. I'm personally just so proud of myself because you guys know, I was just so stressed. Hey baby, you wanna let Dada get some peace and quiet in his shower? Oh, Nana's here. Oh my goodness, look at your I want to show them what Nana dropped off. A first visit pin for Annie Banani. And then this one, a happy birthday pin. Last night we ate at Tony's, and that was so crazy because I grew up when we would come to Disney every time going to Tony's. And today is our first full day in Disney in general, in the Magic Kingdom. This morning we have breakfast down at the Whispering Canyon, I think that's called, in the Wilderness Lodge. I, as a child, had so much anxiety when it came to that place because it's like satire, like it's funny. Like if you ask for ketchup, they have everyone in the restaurant, they go, everybody, this person asked for ketchup, and everyone brings over their ketchup bottles from like their own table. So like I would always have Sam ask for ketchup. But we're going down there. They have a great breakfast skillet. I personally believe that Mickey waffles they have here in the Mickey shape are better than any waffles I've ever tasted ever. Other than that, at 2 p.m. we have a character breakfast or a character lunch at the Crystal Palace. So Annie will get to meet all the characters, and in between there we're gonna at least try to get one good solid 2-hour nap. That's kind of how I'm balancing her nappies and making sure she gets enough rest in Disney. And then the second nap is kind of wishy-washy. That one's just like an hour long usually, so we'll just see how she is doing when she would normally go down for that. Just kind of make a judgment call day by day. So I'm sure there's so much more to talk about, but that's the gist. Mwah. We saw the castle for the first time yesterday, and that was really emotional for me to show her the castle and for her to point at it and for me to point at it. And it was just like super choked up, so crazy. Yeah, just feeling very fortunate, very lucky to be here. And we'll see what today brings.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mickey waffle.
Is that really good? I can't get it in fast
There's Annie.
I remember myself young and restless, a lampoon of youth. So who am I to really teach you anything? Do I know what's true for you? But at least I think there are some nuggets found along the way.
So it's been really crazy this morning, and we're trying to get like our sea legs with balancing like Annie's naps and also getting to enjoy the park and stuff. So right now, at least on day 1, it's a pretty good balance. So Jack and I split up for her first nap because she was definitely looking a little bit tired, and so he stayed behind to be with her for her first nap, and he's just hanging out on the balcony while she takes the room to nap. Well, I got to go into the park with some of my family, and I actually got in 2 rides at Magic Kingdom, which is super cool. My brother and I took the bus in just to meet some more family there. We kind of just like split up and meet up whenever we can, and we dashed to Thunder Mountain. We're still getting used to like the whole app and like virtual queue situation for some of the rides and like the lightning pass and stuff, so that's a little different from the last time that we came. But you could just wait in line regular at Thunder Mountain, so we did that, and then we met up with the rest of my family after, and we did Pirates. So we got 2 rides. It's about 12:30ish right now. She's gonna get up around 1, so I'm just making my way back. We're gonna feed her, get her situated, and then we have lunch at Crystal Palace. We're doing a nice balance, and then tomorrow morning we'll probably do the same thing, but I'll stay back so Jack can come and ride some rides wherever people are that day. You guys, I'm back in the room. Jack is changing a diaper right now, and we're gonna get Annie ready to go to the Crystal Palace. But I asked him if he sat on the patio, like I probably told you guys, because like just to get some fresh air, sit out there while Annie napped in here. He goes, no, I didn't. Step into my office. He locked himself in here, brought a chair, had a desk to work in the bathroom on like hooking up the app, hooking up our bands, doing whatever he wanted to do for her 2-hour nap. Yeah, baby. Wish it. Guys, we have our, do you have your magic band? I have a magic band, but they don't make them for Annie size or like Annie age. So mom went to the gift shop and got Annie. Can you show them? Got Annie a Stitch one. It's just a little bracelet. We're rolling deep. And this is our setup. We've got stroller, hip carrier, because just still figuring out the stroller situation. We've got that thing, that shoulder thing, just in case. Might be excessive, but we've got 3 modes of transportation for our baby in the park.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
See the birds, Papa? Birds! No, there's not. Stop it. Oh my gosh, Bubba. So scary. There's literally this like person dressed up. Right, stop! As green shrubbery. Literally, look. Like that. Hey guys! Jack just told me that there was one behind me and I absolutely freaked out. Dino Land, Annie, you have no idea. It's gonna be the best!
Whilst you're spinning, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And be sure to watch your children. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado y mantenga.
Oh my gosh!
That's cool. I'm cool. Is this Eeyore? Did you meet Eeyore yesterday? Yes, you did.
You guys, mom and dad are on a date. Nana took Annie with Avery, and they're manning here while we get to go on a ride together. First ride together. This is huge. I didn't expect it to until after she went to bed. Right? Yeah. It's pushing nap time, so we'll see how she does. Here we go, bub.
Time travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
We gotta get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before the asteroid hits. Let's roll!
What do you think, Bob?
I closed my eyes the entire time. I forgot how actually scary that ride was. I was too excited that we were going on a ride to remember how scary it actually
It's so good when that conicore or whatever comes out.
Hey guys, this is the picture of Dinosaur. This is what I was doing the entire time. The whole time. That's so cool. The app has all of the photos and the videos in it. That's creepy that they know where we're going now.
Wicked.
Guys, Annie just fell asleep in her stroller. We're all on the ride to Everest. We got Dad, Dave, Sam, and Jack. He's enjoying himself despite all of the pictures that I've shared that don't look like he's enjoying himself. We're all getting to go on Expedition Everest right now. Annie's napping. She's gonna wake up for lunch.
She's parked in the stroller parking by herself.
And she's vibing. No, she's not. I literally didn't even hear what you were saying. This is huge. Not every day is gonna be like this, but we're gonna take it as it comes. Here we go! Oh God, oh God, oh God.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you. 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 Dreaming of you.
Oh, hello. I wanted to come on here and kind of round out this vlog with a few final thoughts and also some concrete tips and tricks about what worked for us best traveling with a baby, like on the airplanes, airports, like getting to Disney and back, because you guys know I was very nervous about that and it went so much better than I thought, spoiler alert. But a lot of that is attributed to these tips and tricks that we took with us. And then also some concrete things that we either used daily in the park, what we took with us in the park, and like what worked for navigating that with a sub 1-year-old. I actually shared the traveling ones on my Instagram already, so I'm just gonna pull those up because a lot of people found those helpful on there. Okay, number 1 is don't force the nap. If the baby is happy, just keep the vibes going. I actually got this from my therapist and it helped me so much, especially knowing that a lot of my anxiety is surrounding her sleep and it's left over from the sleep deprivation of the newborn phase. Making sure she gets enough sleep, making sure she falls asleep. What will I do if she doesn't fall asleep? And although we're not in that phase anymore, a lot of that still is around for me. But keeping in mind that even if it's time for her to nap, just not forcing it if she seems like she's doing fine. She was happier, we were happier, and that leads me to the next one, is to remember that no matter how disastrous disastrous the nap routine is during the travel day, they always reset at night. That one came from a beloved neighbor of ours because it's so true. Literally, even throughout the entire week, the travel days as well as just being in Disney, we had to kind of bob and weave just depending on what reservations we had or what plans we had. And no matter how crazy or either tired she got because her stuff was just off, her night sleep just acted as a total reset, and then we took on the next day as it came. So that was really helpful to keep in mind just as the days went on and her routine was just off. We always had a reset button at the end of the day. If and when she started breaking down because she was just so tired, for example, oh my gosh, like she can do 3 to 4 hours now before a nap, and it was going on like 6 to 7 during that first travel day to Disney, and she just started not enjoying anything. She wasn't entertained by anything. We knew she was exhausted, and that is when we personally broke out Ms. Rachel. She got all cozy with me. We snuggled, she had her thumb, and we just kind of set the iPad up on a tray or on the seat next to us, and it took maybe only 10 minutes of Ms. Rachel for her to just be cozy, doze off. It was just the perfect thing to settle her in to a good nap. Next was bringing a mix of her favorite toys from home and a few new ones that for sure held up. We didn't even get through the amount of new toys that I ended up buying her. Shocker, you guys saw how many I ended up buying her. I was a little excited, but now those are just acting as new toys that we have in her room anyway. All of them were and are a hit, but the number ones on the airplane were busy books. My mom ended up getting a busy book as well. That was different from the ones that we got her. So if she was over in my parents' laps, she had her busy book. If she was over in our lap, she had ours. But honestly, just the like allure and newness of the airplane and seeing all of the people was super entertaining to her. The airplane back seats had screens that were touch, so we just kind of let her like just go to town on those. In between jumping from our laps to Nana's lap and Papa's lap and having snacks, oh my gosh, snacks. The new toys, old toys, and snacks. She was a happy baby. The last one I had was fly with grandparents if possible. The extra hands were so nice, and it was just nice for her to also have a like separate viewpoint or just like environment to kind of go to versus being so cooped up in our row. So those were my traveling tips and tricks, things to keep in mind and concrete things that did help us on our travel days with a sub 1-year-old. For Disney and the park, these are just off the top of my head. So these are the most helpful things that helped us during that whole stay. Number one, kind of on the like nap and schedule train, just kind of let it go. Just like let it go. But know that when you get back, it can be reestablished again. A routine can be reestablished. We are back on our routine. She's doing great. What we did make sure to do was at least get her one solid nap a day. For her, she takes a 2-hour nap earlier in the day and then another 1-hour nap later on in the afternoon. And that 1-hour nap was kind of our wishy-washy nap throughout the whole trip. We would make sure that she got her 2-hour one for sure and even let that go a little bit longer or however long she wanted if our whole afternoon was kind of booked up with stuff and wanted her to sleep as long as she could. Some of the days we got that extra 1-hour nap just depending on what we had going on, but it was also nice to just know that if we had a reservation, we could see how it would go if we stretched it. We always knew that we could go back to the room if she just really was not feeling it. But by doing that, she was able to enjoy a lot of the dinner reservations. I don't think we skipped out on any dinner reservations that we had with like the whole family, which was so nice because we were traveling with a bunch of people, and during the day, depending on what we had going on, depending on Annie's first nap, etc., we would kind of just break off and do our own things, but we always knew that we could come back together and have dinner together, and then maybe afterwards all together go on a couple rides or something. So having those dinner reservations or just like meetups and being flexible with her naps in order for all of us to be able to be together and experience that was actually really special. The things that we took into the park every single day, we took a travel stroller, and I will have every single thing I'm talking about linked on my Amazon store under travel something. I think travel with baby or baby travel or something like that, including the toys, the stroller, my hip carrier, all of the stuff I'm talking about is linked down below. But we would always take the travel stroller, whether it was to wheel around her if we were going somewhere farther or just to hold our backpack. That was so necessary and so helpful. So travel stroller, we had one backpack Inside that backpack, we always had a plethora of snacks, a couple burp cloths, and her portable diaper mat / caddy. It's a thing that has some pockets as well as a unfoldable and foldable changing pad. And in that we had wipes, diapers, cream, etc. Whatever we needed for her to change, and it folds up into a nice compact thing to fit really nicely in a backpack. Also her Crocs and a sweatshirt, just in case it got cold. So that's everything that went into the backpack. And then the only other thing that I would bring is my hip carrier. And that hip carrier was always on either Jack or I. I cannot stress how often. I literally just used it this morning. Like, even at home, I use it every single day. As far as like the ride swap situation or lightning lane passes or any of those tricks as far as rides go, we didn't end up utilizing just because she was a little bit too young to make all of that stuff kind of worth it. The ride swapping, if you're not familiar with, 2 parents can stand in line for a ride that she obviously can't go on, and when you get to the front, one parent can ride while the other one just stands off to the side with their baby, and then when that person comes back around, you guys literally just switch spots, so the other person holds the baby while the other parent gets to ride, so it's really convenient. We didn't end up utilizing that just because her windows and like how she was going to do was just kind of so up in the air just because she's so young. And as you guys saw, we also had extra hands, and when it made sense, Jack and I could go enjoy a ride, and we didn't have to put Annie through waiting in that whole long line. She could stroll around with somebody else. She could even go into gift shops and do things that were a little more fun for her. You guys also saw that we utilized her naps to divide and conquer as well. I'm pretty sure every day we like would just switch off. One person would stay behind for that 2-hour nap while the other got like full 2 hours going into the park and riding on a couple of things before coming back and reuniting. And by kind of dividing and conquering or just utilizing those things, Jack and I were able to ride nearly every single thing that we wanted to ride, but I didn't expect to be able to enjoy as much as we did as just full adults without baby. And so that was a really pleasant experience. I think the last thing that just comes at the top of my mind are the baby centers that are in the parks. I don't know if they're in every single park. I know there's one at least in Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom because we utilized those ones, and they are so nice. So nice. It's so cute. I don't know if you guys have seen TikToks or like videos on these. They're so cute. They're literally a perfect little air-conditioned space to just go and reset with your baby. They have a private nursing room with comfy chairs, low lighting, so you can go in and nurse your baby. They've got diapers, wipes, snacks. They have a full changing room to go change your baby with diaper genies and anything you need to change your baby in there. We didn't utilize the kitchen area, but I saw that they had several formula options as well as a filtered water situation where you could get warm filtered water, cold filtered water for bottles or anything else that you needed. They had a tiny little play area with a Disney movie on in the background. It was just perfect. She was not vibing one of the afternoons. I knew I wanted to feed her and do a little reset. We took her in there. I got to nurse her in a private little location. And then by the end of it, between that, some water, some snacks, some kind of moving around in a nice little area, she was just ready to go. Totally fine. If there's anything else that you guys are wondering about that I didn't touch on, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button because I upload videos nearly every single week. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want some more real-time updates. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye!